Hello festival goers of the internet, I'm the Festival Finesser, and in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the Forbidden Kingdom 2023 set times, taking a look at these conflicts, and discussing how I'm going to be navigating these conflicts as I build my schedule to get an idea of who I'm going to be seeing and where I'm going to end up this year at Forbidden Kingdom. Also in this video, I'm going to be answering questions many of you guys have been asking regarding meetups, merch, pre-parties, and after-parties, so don't go anywhere because I'm going to be getting into it all after the intro. Can I get it?
Festival Finesser.
Finesse gang, can I get a year? What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. For those who are new here and don't know me, what's good? I'm the Festival Finesser. I'm a videographer, content creator, and DJ. This is my channel that revolves around music festivals and live going experiences with a focus and concentration on dubstep and rhythm. Now that we got the intro out of the way, we can get into the bulk of the video and the main reason why we're here, these Forbidden Kingdom set times, and mainly the conflicts, man. A festival like this, as stacked as it is, there's always going to be more conflicts, and the more stacked it is, the more conflicts there are. We definitely have a bunch here on day one. Definitely more so on day one than day two for me. Day one, we definitely get more of a rhythm side of things. You know, the village stage is looking like the rhythm stage. And then looking at Saturday, the village stage is the hide and seek takeover stage. And that's looking more of like our deep dub, down tempo, experimental kind of stuff. And I'm also noticing some DMB too on the second day as well. So definitely a bass festival, and you know, you definitely get a nice dose of heavy, but they're giving a nice variety as well. And just like Lost Lands did the first couple years, they came really crazy and really heavy, and the longer they got into it, the more they kind of experimented and got more artists in here. We're not seeing any house on here yet, really, which I'm happy about, but yeah, just something I noticed as I was just taking a glance here, and as we are doing this, it's going to be kind of hard to follow, so I'm going to be doing my best to just kind of like illustrate, you know, on the set times, and just do the best to keep you guys on track with where my eyes are wandering and how because I'm not going to be going top to bottom. I'm going to be more so going bottom to top, so just keep that in mind. And again, we're not going to be going over every artist here. This is just really more so my schedule, my conflicts, and the things that I am internally debating and going to be trying to figure out when I'm at the festival and, you know, making my schedule. So before I dive into these set times, guys, there have been questions you guys have been asking me via DM, and I think it's about time I gave some answers. So the first question you guys have been asking me is there going to be a meetup at Forbidden Kingdom this year? And I kept saying I wasn't sure, but I had decided that I'm going to be doing a meetup on day 2, 5 p.m. Saturday at the Dragon's Den. This is a new location in the venue, and I want this meetup to be conducted a little bit differently than the ones in the past, so make sure you watch later on in the video to find out about the new location and why and how this meetup is going to be different than the ones in the past. The next question you guys have been asking is there going to be merch at the festival? I made these shirts for Forbidden Kingdom. These, you know, Fireball, needed more dubstep shirts. I felt they were appropriate for Forbidden Kingdom. It's heavy, you know, fire, dragons, whatever. And I made them about 2 weeks ago. I had them completed. I was going to promote them and try and sell them prior to the festival so you guys could have them to wear to the festival, and then it'd just be easy to spot you guys and this and that, but I didn't have enough time to promote them, so I am going to be bringing them to Orlando, and I am going to be going to the pre-party, another question you guys have been asking. So we could possibly make some arrangements, you know, for after the pre-party, or maybe even just earlier, you know, earlier in the day. On Thursday, I'll be in Orlando around noon. And, you know, maybe I'll be close to your hotel, this and that. So if you are interested, we could try and make arrangements, but I definitely advise doing the 2-day shipping option I have available right now. It's at no extra cost to you, and if you order it, you know, by Monday, it'll be here, you know, on Wednesday, right in time for the festival. And yeah, otherwise, we can try and get some links prior to the festival. I really am not trying to bring it in the festival because it takes up space in my bag, and it's just a toss-up. I don't know if people are going to buy it, and it just, like I said, it takes up space. It's inconvenient, and I hate just walking around with these extra shirts that I know that aren't going to be sold, you know. So I'm definitely going to bring some for the meetup, but if you want some, hit me up, and I'll bring your size, and we can try and find each other and this and that. Don't be afraid to ask. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. I am going to have them. I'm going to be hustling, so let's make it happen. And the last question, well, the pre-party, yes, I'm going. After party, no. And the last thing I want to mention here, it's not really a question no one's been asking me, but I just wanted to throw it out there because I know it's going to get kind of annoying, and it's a question you guys are going to be asking me at the festival. Where is Bree? Bree got a new job, and she's not coming to Forbidden Kingdom this year, so I'll be attending or traveling by myself and then going with the New Orleans homies, Nolan, Ben, and that whole entire squad. Lost Lands fam, y'all know. So, yeah. That's why I'm not going to be with Bree. So please don't ask me at the festival. I hope, my real Finesse Gang fam sees this and just knows, and, maybe bring her a gift. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'll really know if you have been watching and you're a real Finesse Gang homie. So that is all the information I think you guys should know. Meetup, merch, pre-party, and no Bree. R.I.P. So, yes, now let's get into these set times, shall we? I'm going to be kicking off my day, hopefully, at 1:45 p.m. for Hamro. There are some other good early acts, one of them being Drink Your Water, who I really wanted to see at 2 o'clock. But if someone like Hamro playing, someone I've only gotten to see like once, I'm pretty sure, once or twice, and in a very small setting. I can't wait to see him throw down at in a festival setting to a festival crowd, and we get that rowdy energy early, because that village stage, like I said, is going to be the rhythm stage, bro. And there's going to be some really crazy underground talent in that stage. And the village stage is an indoor stage, if I recall correctly. So it's kind of like you're at a giant indoor massive. The lasers go crazy, the visuals go crazy, and the crowd goes crazy too. The one thing I do wish is that we had some outdoorness, and we can, it's just so dark, and it's just like that dark mosh pit content, and you can only do it for so long, man. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I am gonna be like wandering in and out just a little bit to get like just a change of scenery and like get some sunlight, but that'll also be nice to be inside away from the sun and hopefully like air conditioned and cooled to a degree. I know it's not gonna be like a fucking ice box, but it should be cooler than being out in the fucking beaming sun, right? So that's a pro to all these sets that I'm gonna want to see in the village stage. And there's a lot, actually. If I just glance, all of my schedule right now, you'll see there's a lot of, the red are sets that I really want to see, and the blue are sets that I'm going to be kind of like conflicting, balancing, half and half, trying to split. So, like I said, 1:45 we have Hamro, and then 2:30 to 3:15 I'm trying to see Vulgar. There's nothing really too crazy going on that hour as far as like heavy rhythm. We have Green Matter 2:30, Cyclops 2:30. And actually, we have Jaquie back-to-back Sisto 2:45 to 3:30. That is going to be a heavy one, but this is Vulgar's first festival set. I know there's going to be a lot of hype around them, so a lot of people are going to be seeing them, and I feel like the crowd is going to just be very like core and just high-knee and bouncy and just very vocal. I feel like all the people at that stage know it's good, and it just brings more core energy. I don't know. It's just something I've noticed. I really don't fuck with the main stage no more. I really be like off in the cut, like at the side stages, the smaller stages. Yeah, so that is my 2:30 to 3:15 slot. We're going to go with Vulgar. But this is where it gets tricky. 3:15 to 4 o'clock, we have Sweet Tooth and Dr. Usha at the village stage. And then we also have Morite at the Mystic stage at the same time. And then we also have Versa at the main stage, the Forbidden stage, 3:30 to 4:30, 15 minutes after that Sweet Tooth or Muay Thai set starts. And so what I would do if I was making my schedule is, because we're already going to be at the village stage for Vulgar, I would just stay there for Sweet Tooth and Dr. Ushu. And that's 3:15. I would stay there till about 3:30, 3:35 and get like 15 to 20 minutes of that set. And then I would jet over to Versa and get as much Versa as I could until Chibs. Which sucks kind of, because as much as I want to see a whole Versa set, I'd be leaving like halfway through, maybe even a little bit less than halfway through to get there in time for the beginning of Chibs, because this is an artist I've never seen before. I've seen Versa, I've seen Muerte, I've seen Sweet Tooth. However, I've never seen Dr. Ushu, and I've never seen Sweet Tooth at a festival. So that is kind of why Sweet Tooth gets bumped up to the top, because I just saw Muerte at the Av. I've seen Muerte a bunch of times, both at festivals and in like, club settings, venue, indoor settings. And I do also want to point out that Stone Level is playing the same time as Chibs at 4 o'clock, which is another conflicting set, but like I said, I've never seen Chibs. I just saw Stone Level at the Av as well. I also just saw him at Paradise Blue, so I have never seen Chibs. We're going to see Chibs, one of my most anticipated sets of Forbidden Kingdom for the whole entire weekend. So after who now? After, I guess, Chibs, right? We have Chibs 4 to 5. In the middle of Versa. I'm going to do Chibs 4 to 5. And then after 5 o'clock, I'm going to leave the village stage for a while. Because mind you, I'm going to have been done Hamro, Vulgar, and Sweet Tooth all back to back to back. And then we're going to go outside for a little bit of Versa. And then go back inside for all of Chibs. So I'm going to go back outside for an hour of Midnight Tea at 5 o'clock at the Siberian stage. And at 5 o'clock, we don't really have too many heavy hitters. We have, who is this? AT Aliens at 5:30. And we have YDG at 5. And Point Blank at 5. Point Blank would probably be my number 2 on here in regards to the 5 o'clock conflicts. But I'm going with Nolan, and Nolan is a big Midnight Tea fan, and I'm pretty sure Midnight Tea put Nolan on guest list for Forbidden Kingdom, so it's only right that he goes to that set, right? And I'm not going to complain about that either, because I fucking love Midnight Tea, I love the energy, and it's just going to be a fucking fun-ass set, especially at that Siberian stage, bro. That stage goes so hard, so I have no problem seeing Midnight Tea on that stage. After that 5 o'clock Midnight Tea set, we are going to be moving back into the village stage again for Amorphic. Going to be heavy. Again, I said you're not going to want to miss. And going to be hopefully a lot of chopping. And then we'll get even more chopping right into that COD Dub 6-deck Slice and Dice set at 7 o'clock. I said you are not going to want to miss after COD Dub 7 to 8. I don't really have anything highlighted. We have, you know, Boogie T 8 o'clock. We have Gigantic Nightmare 750. And the one that makes the most sense is Leo Tricks. But like I said, from just being in that stage, you know, the village stage inside in the dark for so long, I might want to just go out and experience, you know, maybe, you know, I don't know, Gigantic Nightmare and see some fucking fireworks go off, or I don't know, some pyro, or I don't know, something. Just walk around a little bit, get some fresh air, you know, I don't know. But 9 o'clock, it gets really heavy and really crazy, and I have no idea what I'm going to do for this conflict, man. It's one of the biggest ones of the weekend. Marauder and Infect at 9 o'clock. I don't know, man. At the village stage, you know, again, being indoors, I'm probably going to go to Marauder and see, because we're going to get Marauder at night. You know, we haven't done that since, like, I haven't done that, at least, since Lost Lands last year. I have a video on my channel. We need more Marauder night sets, because those shits are fucking crazy, and it's about fucking time we got them. And he's got the second to last set, and I might just start you know, that set there again, from having been inside of the village stage all day, get a change of scenery, and again, get some good content, some outdoor moshing, some fireworks, some pyro, and just a different, you know, different stage, different scenery. Yeah, so that 9 o'clock set, man, that's going to be a big one. And also, we have Ganja White Knight playing, not too much of a conflict for me. And then this last 10 o'clock set is also a pretty big conflict, because we have fucking Savage Society, B3B, Blank Face, Decimate, and Blood Thinners. We also have Gentleman's Club, which, like, I have not seen Gentleman's Club in so long. And granted, I haven't really seen the Blood Thinners B3B, but I have seen all of those dudes before. I kind of know what I'm going to get. It's going to be crazy underground rhythm, but I don't really know what I'm going to get with Gentleman's Club, and I feel like I'm not going to see them again anytime soon. So, like, I might have to see a little bit of Gentleman's Club, and, like, I'm trying to see Gentleman's Club so bad that I didn't even put Excision in a conflict. I've seen so much Excision, just the Paradise Boys on 3 sets alone, you know, like, so I know I'm gonna be seeing it at the Mirage on Sunday, that Sunday, hopefully. So I'm thinking, because I'm already gonna be inside for Infect, might as well begin at the B3B, and then I will end at Gentleman's Club, and then that'll be the end of my night for day one. I'm probably not going to go to any after parties, I don't think. So that pretty much wraps up my day one schedule. And if I was going to run it back to you guys real quick, it would be 1:45 Hamro, 2:30 Vulgar, 3:15 to 3:30 Sweet Tooth back-to-back Ushu. Then at 3:30 I would start Bursa till 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock we would do Chibs. And then 5 o'clock we do Midnight Tea, 6 o'clock Amorphic, 7 o'clock Hot Dubs, 8 o'clock Leo Tricks, 9 o'clock we do the first half of Marauder, then 9:30 we do the last half of Infect, then 10 o'clock we do the B3B, Blank Face, Decimate, and Blood Thinners, and then we end with Gentleman's Club from 10:30 to 11, and then there will be no after party for me. I will just go back to the room, work on the vlog, hopefully get some clips ready for Instagram, go through some content, and then hopefully get to bed relatively early, because the next day we have an even earlier start for day 2. I don't even know if this is going to be possible. Hey guys, sorry for interrupting, but this is my video, so I wanted to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, KB23 Designs, formerly KB23 Pinch, who sponsored my videos before. KB23 Designs is now a full-fledged merch company specializing in baseball, basketball, and hockey jerseys. There are some super dope designs on right now, especially for the EDM kids. They have the Scooptronics one, which is very popular, but this one, the Flavor Machines, will really put them on the map. But don't worry, they got some for the hip-hop kids as well. This Most Dope Mac Miller jersey is super fresh, and you can even get this one on their website right now, KB23designs.com. That's designs with the Z. You can also go to their Facebook group, KB23 Merch and Pins, to get the latest information on releases and updates and news from Kyle himself. You can also connect with other merch and pin collectors alike and find people buying, selling, and trading there as well. So thank you and big ups to Kyle for sponsoring this video, and be on the lookout for a Festival Finesser and KB23 collab coming very soon. But I would love to see Arctics at 1:15 to 2 o'clock, followed by Dirty Snatcha. But I think realistically, we're going to get there around 2:45 for OG Nixon. Also, around that time, we have Rated R. I feel like I could split that half and half. Go to OG Nixon for the first half, and then Rated R for the second half, because Rated R is till 4 o'clock, and OG Nixon ends at 3:45. And then after Rated R, to be already locked in for Calcium at 4 to 5 at the Siberian stage. And then at 5 o'clock is when we're going to be having the Finesse Gang meetup. So the Finesse Gang meetup is going to be happening at the Dragon's Den, which is actually a new location and feature for this year. And the reason I want to have it there is because I really don't want it to be a typical meetup where everyone is just like crowding around me and just like waiting to say hello and just takes a picture and then runs away. Like, I want you guys to come sit down, hang with the squad, vibe out, get to know people, make new friends, ask me questions, take some pictures, like smoke a joint, whatever. Just like really get to hang out and just like vibe. You know, I encourage you guys to hang out. I encourage you guys to like, you know, sit down and like roll with the squad. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're like, you know, a squad of 2 or like a solo raver and you're just like, you fuck with the movement, you fuck with the Finesse Gang. Like, you are definitely more than welcome to come roll with us as long as you're in good energy and, you know, just you fuck with the vibes. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm trying to get at, man. Just be a good person, don't be a dickhead, and you can roll with us. So that's the meetup, 5 o'clock till whenever, probably till about 5:45, because I want to see Borgor more so than Riot 10. I just saw Riot 10 at Paradise Blue, so I haven't seen Borgor in a minute, and it'd just be interesting to see what he throws, because I know he can get kind of heavy, and again, I'm not going to be seeing too many sets at that Forbidden stage, so like, why not just get to experience that a little bit? So yeah, Borgor 5:45 to 6:45, and then next on my list, I would have 6:45 to 7:45 Detox. I also have Death Pact on here as well. That's kind of like a little bit of a conflict, not a conflict, more of just like, you know, a half and half. I really want to see the Detox set more so, just because I missed so many Detox sets just in the past. You know, I didn't think they were gonna be all that crazy. Then I see sets and I got so much FOMO. So I'm really trying to see the Detox and just kind of like chill out in the back, smoke a joint, just vibe, you know what I'm saying? More of like a sit-down kind of set and just hang out. And then maybe wander to Death Pact, you know, and just see what that set is like. I saw Death Pact at Electric Forest for like 15 minutes before going in grids, and I was like, holy fuck. I was mad I was leaving. And so I really just want to see what Death Pact set is like. I never got to experience one in full. You know, I feel like someone that has like caught my attention and always sparked my interest. And, you know, whenever I get the chance to see him, I'm probably going to try. And again, with someone like the Detox set, it's not really moshy. Same thing with Death Pact, it's not really moshy. So like, I'm down to just kind of like split and just see like, you know, where my ear takes me and what the vibe is based on the crowd and the performance, the stage, the production, etc. So that's not really too much of like a locked in set. Same thing with this next one here, 8 o'clock. I'm not sure if I'm going to do Sullivan King 7:45 or if I'm going to do Zed's Dead back-to-back Chasing Status. Again, like, never seen that back-to-back before. Zed's Dead, you know, not known for being all that heavy, but just known for being like really good DJs and just like having really good crowd control and just being very vibey and just really like being able to rock a crowd. So not really too familiar with Chasing Status. I feel like they're a little bit more drum and bassy, if I recall. I could be wrong, but I've heard a couple tracks. It's pretty cool, and I'd be very interested to see how the collab or the B2B meshes and, you know, where the set kind of goes. But this 8 o'clock set is kind of a toss-up between Zed's Dead and Sullivan King. You know, you have Rusco and you have Truth, but these other stages, the Mystic stage and the Hide and Seek Takeover stage, which is the Village stage, these are going to be the Mystic stage looking like drum and bass for the most part, and this Village stage hosted by Peekaboo, so it's going to be more of that like deep dub, experimental, down-tempo kind of stuff. And I did not come to Forbidden Kingdom to chill. I came to get crazy and wild out, so that is why I'm going to be spending more time at the Siberian stage and the Forbidden stage, especially after spending the whole entire day one mostly at the Village stage. Inside, I'm going to enjoy more time the second day at these two like more main stages outside. So yeah, I'll be bouncing back and forth, so I really can't see myself being at any other of these two stages, but, you know, the Forbidden stage and the Siberian stage on day 2. So after 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I'm definitely going to see Wooly. I don't think I'm going to see BTSM over Wooly, even though I just saw Wooly. I'm a big fan, and BTSM is just, I don't know, not my vibe. They're dope, but Wooly's just heavier and more my vibe, so I'm going to go to that. And then also after Wooly, we have Sudden Death, so just have a good spot for that. And I would pick Sudden Death over Zed's Dead just because it's heavier, and Zed's Dead used to be my vibe, but now that I'm more, you know, now that I've gotten to like see what kind of artist Sudden Death is, I know Sudden Death is 100% the set I'm going to see. I don't care how many times I see Sudden Death, he will not miss. All originals, crazy energy, crazy production, and just, like I said, my kind of music. Heavy, aggressive, mosh pit style. Again, if I was going to run it back for day 2, I would love to start my day at 1:15 for Arctics, but more than likely it's going to start around 2:45 for OG Nixon. We will then end at Rated R and start for Calcium at 4 o'clock. And then at 5 o'clock, we have the Finesse Gang meetup till about 5:45. Then we're going to see Borgor. And then after Borgor, we're going to see a little bit of the Detox set. Probably wander over then to Death Pact, before 8. And then at 8 o'clock, probably go to, stay for Zed's Dead and Chase Status, that B2B. Maybe Sullivan King. I could see myself leaving Zed's Dead and going to Sullivan King, or just wanting to go to Sullivan King for a little bit of just like a heavier vibe. But I'm going to let my ear kind of decide from where the homies decide for me on that one, because I'm going with a squad of I don't even know how many people, a lot. This is not a festival where I need to see certain acts. The only acts that I really need to see are Chibs, that COD does, Slice and Dice, and Gentleman's Club. Honestly, I really want to see that, dude. And I really want to see Vulgar and Hammer as well, but it sucks that they're so early. So if I miss them, I'll know why. I couldn't get there in time. But there's really not too many conflicts for me on day 2. And if it's a conflict, it's whatever. I don't mind seeing that person. I don't mind seeing that person. There's really no L. And like I said, I'm not really going to be at any other stage on day 2 aside from the Siberian stage and the Forbidden stage. So again, to recap, that's the schedule. That's where I'm going to be at. That's why I picked my conflicts the way I did and based my schedule, I made it accordingly. I'm going to have merch at the festival. More likely on day 2, I'll have a little bit more on hand. I'll probably have 1 or 2 shirts on day 1. I really encourage you guys to get merch before the festival. I can ship it. I'm doing 2-day shipping, so I'll get there in plenty of time for Forbidden Kingdom. So yeah, guys, that is my schedule. And it is pretty, it's not set in stone. It never is. This is a guided schedule. This is what I would like to do in a perfect world. If things happen, if I'm enjoying myself one set more than the other, if I miss a set, I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to, the sets I want to be at, I will be at. And, the other ones are a toss-up. So, you guys know where to find me, potentially. And if you're really looking for me, the meetup is where you can find me and come hang out. And I encourage you guys to come kick it and chill and sit down and just vibe with me and my homies. And you're more than welcome to join us after the fact and go crazy for whatever sets we choose to go to later on in the day. So, again, thank you guys for watching on the Festival Finesser. And I'll see you guys at the pre-party, day 1, and day 2 at the meetup. Let's get it. Love y'all. Peace out.